Konnichiwa, everybody. Today I'd like to talk to you about building a iOS version of your website. Particularly I want to focus on the iPhone and the high-res iPhone 4. Building a website optimized for the iPhone could be really fun and super easy. All one needs to do is load the iPhone CSS via media type and load 300 dpi images for retinal display iPhones. All pretty simple. I wanted to launch my new website with a mobile version. Of course, time always wins out, and I had to wait like a week, and I finally launched an iPhone version, and I have a Droid and Blackberry version on the way. But, you know, we'll see what we could do in the time I have. So the main thing is media types. So the iPhone sites start with a basic user agent detect for iPhone and iPod. And then loading the CSS is pretty simple too. And we'll get into iPad versions of the website. So here's the header of my website. So let's look at the code I'm trying to find for the detect. So I have a if string server user agent iPad. I'm doing one thing for the iPad. So right now I'm just loading in a viewport in the content width. And we'll go back to that in a little bit later. So what I'm doing now is I have for iPhone, string HTTP user agent, I have iPod, and I have iPhone. So I'm doing two different detects here. So again, we have iPod and iPhone in the detect. Then I have a viewport with device width, the scale, and the minimum scale. So what I'm doing is I'm loading in the different CSS files. So I'm doing CSS, my path to my template, and I'm doing a 480 CSS is just what I'm calling it, and media, screen, and max device width 480, which is the iPhone 480 by 320, or the iPod. And then we also have the max screen 320 and max screen 321, and which of course we're flipping for portrait or landscape. So we're doing a few different things in portrait and a few different things different in landscape. And here you see my future site in Android, which I'm going to be doing. And for everything else, like screen and so on, I have my regular style sheets for the else. So here's what I'm doing for these. So let's go ahead and see what that actually does. So we have, here's the regular site, and I'm just going to pull up my iPhone simulator here. So here's the iPhone sim, and we'll go ahead and click this in here, and voila, here's my iPhone site. Pretty nice, right? It's the exact same content, but I just have a iPhone version of the style sheet. We could orientate that differently for the different style sheets, which load in. And we get just a little bit different basics, you know, like the font size is bigger and so on, yada yada. So let's click on a different device. Let's go to hardware, and I'm using the iPhone simulator again from the SDK from Apple. We got different versions, and let's go to devices, and let's say iPhone retinal. That's what we really want to see. So let's click on that guy, and I have an icon to my site right here. Bam! I got a high-res version of my website for the iPhone 4. Pretty nice, right? And by the way, if you don't know how to make a icon here, just click on here, and you can say add to home screen, and there's your icon. The actual code for that is just rel Apple Touch icon, and you can name it whatever you want to name it. I just keep it simple so I know what the heck the thing is. Pretty basic. So you can see all through the site, I got a nice high resolution images through the style sheet and so on. So how do you keep those high-res images in here but also keep them for the regular iPhone? Again, that's pretty simple too. So let's go to the high-res style sheet. So let's go to CSS and let's open up a 480. Let's look for a background image. Oops, wrong thing. Let's do a find in this guy. So Apple F, and let's look for background. And I'm just going to do a quick scan through this guy to find something to give you an example for. So here we go. So a background image, like my logo, background, path to my background. But what do I got here? I got WebKit background size. So even though my image is a little bit bigger, I have a bigger size for my background. So pretty cool, right? So I could keep the high-res image, which is double the size of this, because it's for a high-res iPhone, but I just tell it what background size I want to keep it. Pretty cool. So that is how you make a high-res site for your iPhone. If you have any questions, please give me a holler at useyourfred.com, and be sure to post on this or comment on this post. It's one of the first ones I have. iPhone home. I'm pretty funny. And if you want, please go to my YouTube channel and comment there as well. Thanks again, guys. Appreciate it.